Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss Williams. It's time for our science video lesson. So for science, one of the things that we're going to think about is our science tools. We talked about science safety, and so now we're going to look at science tools that we might use either in the classroom or maybe even at home. When you're at the stores, you might look for different science tools that you can buy to use around the house or use outside around your home, or maybe at the playground or park, or just maybe when you're just outside or going different places, you might be able to use some of those science tools if you're not at school. So we're going to look at a book, and I'm going to stop and talk about some of the important things that are in the book that focuses on science tools. So here we go.
My Science Tools by Julie K. Lundgren. We use science tools to explore, ask, and learn. How long is it? Use a ruler to find the length. How heavy is it? Use a scale to weigh it. I want to look closer.
So if you notice, when you're using science tools, you have to ask questions. So at the beginning, it says we use science tools to explore and ask and learn. So when we're using our mind and thinking, we're wondering and looking at things and trying to understand them. So if you notice the kids could be in the science lab. They're using their goggles to protect their eyes, and they've got a few liquids on the table. They have the beakers and things like that, and they're looking and paying attention. But look, what does he need to do? Yes, he needs to move his goggles down so he can see and protect his eyes. So remember, we have to use goggles to cover our eyes, because if something gets into our eyes, it could hurt us. So we have to make sure we're using our safety rules.
We use science tools to explore, ask, and learn. How long?
Okay, so on this one, it was how long something is. Put your hands up and show me what something would look like if you're measuring how long. So when you measure, it might be a little bit, or you might stretch your hands out for something that is long. And so even in math, we use the term long to measure things. Maybe something that's short, like this, to measure.
Long is it? Use a ruler to find the length.
So here's another tool. We might use a ruler. So in math and in science, we'll use a ruler to measure things, to see how long something is. And when we measure, we start here with the inches, that's 0, and then we go all the way across until it stops at the end. And so this one is about 6 inches for this animal. And remember, in the other video or story, it talked about taking care of animals. So if this is a real one, we have to make sure and take care of it and be very careful when we're measuring it, so we don't hurt it.
How heavy is it?
Also, look, he's being a good citizen. You can tell because he's happy and he's taking care of the animals, and he's wondering how heavy is it. And you can see the question mark. So it's asking a question, how heavy is it? So you could guess and maybe think about how heavy it is, or you could be for sure and measure. And let's look at what they showed to measure.
Use a scale to weigh it.
So we have a scale to weigh it. And if you notice, the important words are in bold print. So scale. So here is a scale to measure the rabbit to see how heavy it is. What do you use to weigh yourself? If you had to weigh yourself, what kind of scale would you use to see how heavy you are, to see your weight? Also with foods, if you're wanting to eat a certain amount of food, there are scales that we use at home to measure out what it is we're going to eat. Maybe you want to eat only 5 ounces of meat, and they have scales where you can put your food on the scale to measure that out. Also at the grocery store, maybe you're wanting some apples and you want to only buy 2 pounds of apples. So you could put them in a bag, find one of the scales at the store, and then you could see what that would look like, what 2 pounds of apples would look like. Or maybe you put too many apples and you have to take a few away because you only want 2 pounds of apples. Also, when you want to get meat from the deli, like sandwich meat, to make a sandwich, they have scales also at the store that you can use to, they will use them for you, and they'll measure it out. Or cheese, slices of cheese, and you tell them how much you want, and they measure it with a scale.
I want to look closer.
And then she's using a magnifying glass. So she's not inside, she's outside. So she's looking around at nature, at things outside, and being able to look closely with her magnifying glass. So maybe when you're out at the stores, check and see if maybe you can find a little magnifying glass that you could buy and start exploring and looking outside at things up close to see what they look like.
Use a hand lens to zoom in.
So what did the lens do when they zoomed in? Did it make it bigger or smaller? So one of the things when scientists are asking questions, sometimes when they're trying to figure things out, they have to make things bigger so they can really, really look closely at what it is that they're watching and looking at. So what do you see?
Use a microscope to zoom in even more.
And this might be something that you have at home, or maybe something you might want to get one day. We probably have some in the science lab at school, and these are called microscopes. And so the microscopes help us to look at things even closely. Scientists use these when they're looking at different things. Maybe they want to see what's in the water, see if our water is clean or if it's dirty, or if there's things that are growing in our water. They could take some of it and look at it very, very closely to see what's in that water.
Use a tablet to store what you learn.
So we can use tablets and iPads to store our information. So whatever we learn, we can record our information. So for some of your classwork, you might use a tablet or a laptop or computer to put your information for things that you've learned. A lot of kids are starting to use Flipgrid to things they've learned about stories or things they know, and they record themselves on Flipgrid and tell what it is that they've learned. So there's many devices that we can use to record our answer for things we learned. Now, a long time ago, we just had to use paper and pencils and notebooks to record our answers for things that we learned.
Science tools help us see, know, and think about the world around us. Glossary. Hand lens. Hand lens. A hand lens is a tool with a curved glass that we look through to make things look bigger. Length. Length. Length is how long something is from one end to the other. Microscope. Microscope. A microscope is a tool with a strong lens that lets us see tiny things up close. Scale. Scale. A scale is a tool we use to weigh things and find out how heavy they are. Tablet. Tablet. A tablet is a small computer that is easy to take with us and is used to store and share our notes and ideas. Tools. Tools. Tools are things we use to help us do jobs. Show what you know. 1. What tool can we use to find length? 2. How can we see things up close? 3. Why do we
Hey, and the last question was, why do we want to store what we learn? So talk about those questions with your family. See if you can answer those questions correctly. Hope you enjoyed the story, and be thinking about tools that we use for science. Have a good day.